What's good? It's your boy Jinsaku, and I'm here with the TimeForToku podcast. Today we have a special guest, Marcus Digital. What's good, bro?
Yo, what's good? What's good, y'all?
How your week been, man?
Man, my week been alright. Busy at work. A whole lot of content dropping out here in the game. Justice League dropped. What was that? Wednesday?
Snyder cut. No, I think that was Thursday, right?
Wednesday. You know what? It might have been Thursday. Yeah. Thursday morning.
Yeah, it was Thursday.
Falcon Winter Soldier, and then of course today Dino 3 episode. So a whole bunch of stuff been coming out crazy. Been a busy week for sure.
Man. I managed to keep up with all of it too. Normally I'm
right.
like, fuck it,
That's
much,
the crazy thing.
It was all, for the most part, it was all heat. So, I had to stay up to date with the shit. Those of y'all, though, who don't know who Marcus Digital is.
Fucking 4 hours. Yeah, damn.
Oh, you telling, bro, actually, what pissed me off, though, I don't want to make this, a Snyder Cut review. But it's like, bro, the last hour, you're like, okay, finally, we're in. It's over. We're getting to it. Then the epilogue dropped, and you're like, oh, damn, bro, we got like 40 more minutes.
That thing was not needed.
but we'll talk about that another time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, those of y'all who don't know who Marcus Digital is, you might recognize him for Ranger Court, or you might recognize him for pissing the Phantom off on YouTube.
Keeping it real, boy.
But if you don't know, check his channel out, because it is well worth your time. Trust me. But today we have my boy Austin. What's good?
What's up? I've been gone for a minute, but I am back.
And we have the queen of the podcast. What's good, Chelsea?
I am feeling coolio.
Oh my God, you stole my line.
We have my boy Chris.
Prince Dudes.
We got Deca.
Hey, it's Deca.
Got my boy Frankie.
What's up, everybody?
And my boy Mickey. What's good?
Yo, what's up? I'm out here trying to catch sports, not a case.
We got Mr. Awesome.
It's morphing slime.
And we Blackwing. What's good, bro?
You suck.
Thank you.
Damn.
And we also have 10.
Hello, everyone. It's Tanara-kun.
And we also have E with us, the other queen of the podcast.
Peace and blessings to everybody.
But today we're going to talk about Dino Fury, episode 4. And yeah, I just want to start off and say, man, are they 4 for 4? Y'all think we're 4 for 4?
Nope.
Hell yeah, they 4 for 4.
Hell yeah.
There's a Wendy's deal up in this bitch. We 4 for 4.
Subtract the J-board shit, and then we got a 4 for 4 deal.
Hell no.
Actually.
Exactly.
I heard a hell no. We got to speak your piece.
Yeah, we gotta know.
Hell no.
They not 4 for 4?
Hell no, they ain't 4 for 4. Shit.
What we got? 2 for 4? 3 for 4? What you talking?
Man, yo, them first 2 episodes had me feeling them Dino Thunder vibes. I was all geeked up.
Oh, yeah.
But nah, this ain't it, boss.
They threw a boomerang on your boy. Said, nah, bring that back.
My ass 2 times. This ain't it.
I feel you. I know what you're saying.
I know why, too. So, I mean, we can address this. Let's address the whole comedic thing, right? So, normally, I would say, like, when it comes to Victor and Monty, Bed and Betty, I don't think it's necessarily that bad. But, not gonna lie, bro, episode 3 was up there, bro. When it come to cringy comedic. Like, I mean, what's her name? Fucking Jane? She wasn't bad, but for me, it's J-Borg, dog. Like, it's just fucking robot. Like, sometimes she's too much of a robot, and other times she's too human. And I'm like, nah, we
They
can't have that shit.
oh
You gotta
shit.
pick one
You
or the
gotta
other,
pick a
man.
side.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
Defunctional ass robot.
Bro, it's like, bro, oh my god, bro. I feel like I don't want to like.
Fuck it. This is a J Borg hate video. Let's get it rolling.
Oh my
You guys
god.
are haters. I actually think he's fun. I actually think he was all right in this episode.
Hell no.
Yeah, I kind of like her in this episode because she was like pushed more to the back and she didn't really get in the way of anything. She was just doing her own thing.
That's not even you liking her. That's just the show making you stress.
Well, I find her answers to be funny in this episode.
I mean, if anything, she was more in the way in this episode as opposed to the last episode because she was the reason why that the Rangers even came last time.
Right. I just rewatched it like 5 minutes ago, and to rewatch it, I fast-forwarded past the J-Borg parts because I was like, I don't need to watch these. There's no point. It literally did nothing.
But I would say this, though. It's like, I don't want to, like, trash the actor, right? Because, like, if we have an issue with, like, the character, it's strictly the character, and that's that. But, like, I feel like, bro, maybe if, let's say, it was a different actor, I feel like maybe it can be portrayed better. Because I don't know. It's like, for me, when it comes to J Borg, it's like her expressions and, like, I don't know, it's terrible, bro. Like, it's cringy to the fucking max, bro. And it's like, whenever, like, she was fine, like, episode 2, when she was just, like, picking up papers and shit. I'm like, all right, cool. I can accept this. But when you're like, what was it? She got her foot stuck in cement, and she's over there screaming for help and shit, and fucking tripping over shit, and she's calling the Rangers. I'm like, how are you doing this? You're a robot. Like, yeah, you got to pick a side on that one. But I would say this, though. I don't hate Jane. I think Jane is a good character. I feel like we don't have a lot of, like, characters like her, like a boss. I'll say, like, for the most part, if we have a boss, it's mostly only, like, let's say, the commander or something, right? We don't never have, like, someone giving orders outside of, like, the ranger base, or, like, an actual boss, or seeing, like, you know, Rangers make money, besides from, like, Dino Thunder, or Ninja Storm, where they had, like, the lady work at, like, the cyber spot or the bike shop. But for the most part, we're not normally seeing that. So it's good to see something like that again. But I don't think J-Borg is needed. Marcus, what's your thoughts on her? I know your thoughts on her, but get off your chest.
On J-Borg, man, look, somebody needs to deprogram her. Somebody needs to blow her the hell up. She is not funny. She's actually cringy as hell. And whenever she comes into an episode, you know, you gotta bust out the Pornhub app. You know, you gotta get busy with something else to absorb the pain. Because she is, without a doubt, probably the most cringiest comedy character. I mean, you gotta really go back, probably since, like, man, probably Operation Overdrive with the
Spencer.
Don't say Spencer. Nah, Spencer, cool.
No. Not
the Yeti.
No, he's using it as a positive example.
Nah,
Yeti.
Negative.
The Yeti guy.
Norg,
that's what his name was.
She's than Bid and Betty. She's worse than Victor and Monty. Like, J-Borg is not funny. She is terrible. There's nothing engaging about J-Borg. I hate J-Borg. I hate that shit.
Yo, with a passion, dog. Same. I forgot about that Yeti nigga too until someone just mentioned him.
I honestly kind of don't mind her, but I was hoping that a relationship was only maintained between her and Amelia. Now it looks like she has a relationship with the entire team. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, that was weird, bro, to see Zayto apply for the job. I'm like, what?
Oh, my brother Russell Curry. Oh no, Russell! I got plans.
Wait, hold on though. How you a knight, my dog? Right? How you a knight? And you
Oh,
going out interviewing with straight up questions, bro, I would have never thought of, bro. Like, you gotta prepare for interviews. Like, he just straight up went up there. Like,
I don't want to have to go in with some Curry because he was DMing me. We friends now, but oh my god.
Hey, listen, we can separate that the actor from the character.
Oh my god, they dipped his ass in some Nickelodeon slime. Oh my god.
Man, listen though.
We saw those outfits that they were wearing, right? Like, you gotta, like, pay them bills, you know? So he gotta have that job. In a way.
Bro, Zato don't got bills,
but his house is literally underground. Like, no one knows it existed. Why does he need a job?
Bro, listen, I would rather have any other nigga on that team apply for a job than Zato, bro. Zato's the one dude who don't need a job, bro.
Well, Javi did.
It makes it much sense at Andrew going to high school.
Oh, I'm glad he didn't do that.
No sense in space.
Well, see, Brody shouldn't have gone to high school like that, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know. He need a parent form or something. He can't just walk in the building and say, "I go here." I don't know.
And then his brother Levi just going to school out of nowhere. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that was bro. So, I mean, all right, Ninja Still is trash, bro. Probably the most trash season of all time. So whatever the fuck they got going on, bro, I'll excuse it because the whole thing is trash. It's like nothing was saved that season. So with Ninja Still, it is what it is. But Dino Fury, bro, there's still hope. But I will say this though. I did like that. What's his name? Javier or Javi. I like how I like how he actually was like going up against Zato for the job, because him having a reason to need a job made sense, bro. You need that guitar, it's expensive. Good. That's enough for me, right? But like, damn, it could have been at least like him and Ali going for the job, bro. Like, Ali the one who need the job. He don't even live there. He was traveling with his mom.
But you don't want to work with your girlfriend.
Yeah, Ali didn't have anything to
do with Hey, I don't know. The way Amelia be looking at Zato, bro, Ali might have competition. That's all I'm saying.
Man.
I don't know. Zato might have really chance with that cool.
I'm gonna leave that for another day.
You said what?
None.
He said none. But all right, let's talk about the actual episode. So, for the most part, though, we giving this a good episode? This is a good episode?
No.
I say it's pretty good.
No. I say the solid 8 or 9.
All right. So,
I'd say Izzy made it.
All right, so let's break this episode down. So we're going to start with Marcus. What's your first thoughts on this? Like, coming into it?
Into the season of Dino Fury or into the episode?
Nah, into the episode. Like, what's your thoughts on this episode?
Into the episode, I just wanted to see a creative introduction for Green and Black, you know, because obviously it's going to complete the team. So you want to have those people have introductions that kind of relate to somebody in the audience so that they can be memorable Rangers, especially considering it's getting ready to be the last season. That's what I wanted more than anything. And honestly, I got that. So I was cool with that. But I feel like Zato is, you know, he got dunked in that Nickelodeon slime and now he's coming out kid friendly again. The character, like, taking this step back from being this stoic leader to this Disney Channel original. And it's, I don't like that.
Coolio, what he said?
Coolio.
Disney Channel original.
Cool, y'all.
Like
Bro, alright, so I know what you mean too, cause like, I really had high hopes for Zato, bro. Like, when he first had like that mysterious, like, I would say traumatized appearance he had when he like first showed up and shit. And then like, I think maybe it was like the second half of episode 3 where like his character did like this switch where like he goes from like, I don't want to say Brody from Ninja Still, it's not that bad, but it's like, I feel like, yeah, he's still like a fish out of water, but at the same time, he's more like goofy confused, if that makes sense. Like, they're using his confusion for like comedy, more than like him actually like genuinely being confused. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh no, like, you're good. I understand what you're saying. It's like they're dependent upon him being a fish out of water to make jokes and shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Where it should just be used to push the story.
Like Jefferson's character, Coolio. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Shit.
You know what he's like? He's like the hello fellow teens guy right now.
Oh
my god.
How you do,
fellow teens?
Exactly, like that's what he's thinking, and you're like, oh no.
I freaking blame Ollie for that. Everyone blames Ollie for that.
No, listen, Ollie.
All my homies blame Ollie for that.
Yeah, that was definitely Ollie's fault.
But Ollie was setting him up so that Amelia would he would lose points in Amelia's eyes.
Sabotaging the competition, and they know he was going to play dirty like that.
Hell nah. That don't even look like something Ollie would say, if I'm being honest, bro.
He said, yo, Pink. He said, yo, Pink. You don't know what he can speak.
Bro,
how he speaks.
Seeing Ollie, bro, these first 3 episodes, bro, Coolio is not something he's going to say in his vocabulary, dog. Like,
I don't think he's saying that from his vocabulary. I just think that he wanted Zato to say that because he knows that, like, Zato is, like, not that familiar with slang or whatever, and he wanted to just, like, be funny about it, you know, and the reason why...
Listen, I don't even know about that. Honestly, I'm thinking that, considering how much of a, I guess, stickler that Ollie could be, I'm just thinking maybe he's just that socially awkward sometimes. He really thought that was something that would be cool. Either that,
that would make sense. That would make sense.
Either that, or he was being sarcastic, and he just didn't know that what's his name, Zato was taking him seriously.
Right.
He didn't know that he was taking him seriously.
So, Marcus, coming into this episode, your expectations was you wanted to like these new characters, right? You want the new characters to fit into the story that works and that will engage with the audience. And you said you got that.
Yep, at the cost of Zato, but hey, sacrifices got to be made, right?
Or you think this is
episode 1 and episode 2 were just like, man, like, oh my God, it's getting ready to be great. And then, of course, like you said, it did bring it down from, I'll probably say, like, to maybe Beast Morphers level, which Beast Morphers wasn't terrible to me, but I definitely wanted more from that.
Could be better.
Yo, could be better. I'm just waiting for that musical episode. You know it's coming.
Oh my God, no.
Oh, it's coming.
Bro, we're going to have that shit every episode with Chance. With Javi. It's coming.
Man, I'm all for musicals and stuff. Like, I got my degree in theater and dance, but I don't need to see a musical in a TV show where you be fighting monsters. That does not go together.
Nah, bro. That feels great to be.
Hey, they did that in ZL, so.
And it still didn't work.
I still stand by what I said.
It's morphin' time.
Oh my God! Shoot me.
Hold on. ZL had a musical?
Yes.
Yes. Tommy and Tanya were stuck in like a singing curse.
One of them had good notes. The other one I wanted to replace with TJ.
So that's like trying to recreate fucking LMP Arden with these musicals. Basically, is what I'm getting.
Nigga, why did I think I was talking this whole damn time?
Shit was on mute.
Yo, I'm about to fight somebody. No bull. Like, the fuck?
Okay.
Listen,
You take the next turn then.
We gotta like talk about this. Bro, that fighting, because y'all brought up fighting. The choreography in this episode.
Yes.
I don't know.
Straight off fire, my man.
Yo, Tessa working that javelin on the tree.
That shorty threw a sword with a javelin. How the fuck?
Hey,
it's called being a badass. You don't need to explain it. You just need to do it.
And then Javi double wielding that sword on his first few seconds as a ranger. That was too bad.
That was some Gokaiger shit right there.
Yeah.
So I would say this though, the original footage, bro, like comparing to other seasons, I think, is it me? Cause I seen Real Soldier and I don't recognize a lot of these scenes, but is it me or like most of this episode was like original footage?
No,
seems like all of the original
footage.
The only
thing besides is the Zord fight. from what I saw.
Yep.
Yeah, when they were fighting that monster. What was his name? I think his name was Frank.
They say it like 5 times.
That's why I'm giving this episode.
I know what his name is. I was just making a joke.
That's why I'm giving this episode flack, because they went off. Other than that J-Borg and that Zato, moment, you know?
Man, the monster of the week was funnier than J-Borg.
For real, he was like vibing with some teenagers. That's the case. I'm out of here.
Yo, that little
trying to get 5 to 10.
That little mucus nigga was funnier though, with the amorphous slime.
I told you,
morphing slime.
Yeah,
I love mucus.
Cool. Mucus cool.
Yo, Nickelodeon better cut that check or that slime using. For real.
My favorite part was definitely when Mucus was like, "Can I go?" and Void Knight was like, "If you behave," and I was like, "Okay, Dad."
They got that Mandalorian Baby Yoda shit going on.
I told you that shit was gonna come around.
If you behave.
Hey, speaking of
fucking
Void Knight,
Mucus just watching the fight from the sidelines in the first confrontation.
Speaking of Void Knight, bro, where my nigga was at, bro? This is bro.
He pulled up and he was still talking his shit. He was like, 5 Rangers? Y'all niggas still can't fight me. I don't know why y'all gassed up.
Where is Void Knight, bro? Listen. Y'all seen Real Soldier, right?
Yeah.
So y'all seen all these badass fight scenes between Void Knight and the Rangers. Why aren't they using it?
They saving it in the vault.
This just hit me, honestly. Void Knight right now is the main boss. That's why we're not seeing him much. So chances are we're probably going to be seeing. We got Boom Tower now, who was also a general. So chances are we're going to be seeing Boom Tower do stuff a lot more than Void Knight is, because Void Knight got people to fight for him. He ain't got
hold on. That's what I wanted to talk about real quick. How the fuck did Void Knight build Boom Tower that quick?
Who knows how much time really passed?
I thought that the machine, like the jukebox machine that he was working on, was going to contribute to Boom Tower being a real villain. I thought that was going to be the thing that he comes up with.
Nah, because he only got one.
Boom Tower in 3 seconds. And the thing is that Boom Tower already existed. So how does Void Knight say that?
Boom Tower is smart. He can say full words and shit, and he just sat there and built it.
Also funny.
I know it's Power Rangers, bro, but I felt with everything Dino Fury was doing good at explaining things, I feel like they probably could have explained that better. Maybe he was all right, this is what Beast Morphers did good. So y'all remember where Nate was working on steel, right? Literally almost every episode building up to that, we seen little pieces of steel in the background and shit. We'll see he's working on something, right? They could have did that. Because, especially knowing Void Knight wasn't doing shit for the past 2 episodes, his scenes could have dedicated to him building that or some shit. That could have explained it.
Listen, all he had to do was take out the J-Borg shit, and then that would have been 10 out of 10.
And get rid of that damn wig.
Nowadays, the only scenes that Void Knight appears in is the last second of the episode where he collects the sports, orb or whatever to power up his machines. But 2 times in a row now he failed to get it. So,
maybe dude's too embarrassed to be on camera now.
Wait, Austin, what you trying to say before I cut you off?
I said maybe dude's too embarrassed to be on camera now. He know he fucking up. He about to make a fool out of himself if he keeps showing up like that.
I was about to say, Void Knight catching L's, bro. My boy catching L's.
He catching L's and he's still talking that trash though.
I'm saying.
That's what they gonna do though. This is what he does. He goes.
So in other words, he can talk the talk, but he can't walk the walk.
He said, "Oh man, y'all beat me."
I'm telling y'all, these fight scenes they kept in the vault. Y'all gonna be real silent when he starts beating their ass.
Man,
I know.
Everyone been real silent since the whole skirt thing.
Listen,
I don't know we're going to talk about that.
We don't need to talk much about that, honestly. But listen, I know Void Knight.
Let's not talk about that.
I know when Void Knight shows up, he will definitely run them hands. And all 5, maybe 6 of them, depending on when our Gold shows up, all 6 of them will be catching those hands multiple times.
All right, Austin, real quick, let me ask you this, though. Didn't Zato serve him up the first episode?
No, he held his own, and then barely. He's the reason why the sports even were released. He's the reason why the sports. He missed.
They got released because Zayto missed.
Exactly. He wasn't holding up nothing, nigga.
But when it comes to hands, though, Zayto was whooping his ass, though.
Yes, he got a point there, and he didn't want to get stabbed in the head by his own dagger, so he did have to
Void
dodge
Knight
that
ran,
shot.
actually, now that I think about it. Void Knight ran. And they went after this nigga.
Void
Knight was about to lose, bro, that first episode, bro. My boy
Void Knight ran because Void Knight ran because he wanted to try to catch those Forex. He didn't run because he was getting his ass.
Yeah.
Yes, what you talking about?
Hey, let's talk about the positives, though. Let's get the positives out of the way, because for the most part, I don't want everyone to think we hate this episode, because we don't. This is, for me, this is actually pretty, for me, this is pretty a solid episode.
To me, personally, what was the problem with last episode, it's not this problem, but now it's a different problem. You know what I mean? Now it's Zayto. You wouldn't have thought since last episode, because last episode, Zayto was good, and then this episode, he was like, but last episode, J-Borg was annoying as fuck. This episode, still annoying, but not as annoying. They made it that it was annoying all the way to the end, so it was like, it's not that, it's not gonna bother me that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this was personally my favorite episode.
This is your favorite?
Damn,
So far.
Yeah, okay. I would say
this far, really. We only got like 36 episodes left, so.
Exactly, that's why I said so far.
I mean, those fight scenes, I don't even blame you, because these are the best fights we had this entire season so far.
Yes,
that's why I would say this, though. The highlights of the episode is definitely Javi and Izzy, which is well deserved. So since these are the new additions, like for the most part, we have the same mindset we've been having for like the past few episodes, and we know our issues are the same with the comedic. So let's talk about what's new, right? I'm just gonna go down the list. Have everyone get their thoughts on how they feel about Javier and Izzy, or Isabella, whatever you want to fucking call her. But we'll start with you, Marcus, bro. What's your thoughts on these new characters? You feeling them?
Oh, yeah. I definitely kind of knew that Javi would end up having some type of musical instrument talent, because the actor played on the show that was about music. So I was like, it's coming. It's coming for you. So I already knew that was going to be a thing. I thought the way he played it was cool. Obviously he's going to be like the cool guy that sits back and has this little back and forth with other people on an occasion. So I like him. He cool with me. Izzy, she cool too, because she's a different type of female ranger. Normally they try to go for the girly girls, especially recently. Sarah and people like that. But it's definitely a fresh take to see her be so athletic and be into sports. That was really cool. So I like both of them, Welcome to the Power Rangers world, I guess.
Hey, I would say this, though. We knew it was coming. But the fact that they had to address it, which was cool, because they didn't linger too much on it. It was simple. They ripped her dress off, her skirt, and then she got to it. I thought that was pretty dope. Normally,
gotta match that Sentai footage. Gotta match that.
I mean, even for someone who doesn't. Even for someone who don't even watch Sentai, though, that could be like inspiring to the little niggas watching this show today. You know what I'm saying? They see the shorty. She's like, just because I'm a girl don't mean I gotta wear a skirt. She looked straight at Amelia. She's like, you wearing a skirt? She ripped that shit off. She's like, no skirt.
Not for me.
The real question, though, was the skirt needed?
No.
Nope, the skirts look lame.
She could have started. She could have started off without it, I think. Like, she didn't.
Yeah,
I mean, it was just showing. It was just a way to like flick the people off who were even complaining about a skirt need in the first place. So
Here's the thing though. This episode was made and finished before the first episode even came out. So this wasn't even like a bunch of people on Twitter were talking about like, oh, they solved the problem with the skirt thing. No, they made this skirt joke long before these episodes even aired. Right. This wasn't a problem solved thing. This was a people are fucking impatient thing, and they don't know how to chill. This skirt thing wasn't even as big of a deal.
On top of that, too, it's like the fact that they made it a point that she did it herself, that she was like, I don't want this. They give her the power to choose whether or not she wants to have that on her fucking suit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Watch the Morphin Grid malfunction and casually just throw the skirt on her every other episode. You gotta re-rip it off.
Yo, that shit would be hella funny.
Like costume designer, they're like,
Robert is gonna get canceled for that. Can't do that.
They're like Alex ripping off his shirt before a match.
Better get that Velcro.
Hey, this is definitely our first gay Power Ranger. I'm just gonna throw it out now. This is for sure.
Nah.
I don't know. Maybe
I can't go in there, bro.
Too bad Tens isn't here.
I'm not calling it. I'm not gonna call something like that just because she ripped off the skirt.
Hey, listen.
You know what I mean?
I'm telling you.
Wait, I thought we had Chase.
And Riley.
Yeah, we do. We do got Riley.
Man,
God damn it.
Riley. I'll say Riley, but Chase ain't one that nigga. To be honest, bro. Chase was out here chasing women.
Yeah, sometimes that's because you're, trying to deny that you.
Oh my god.
So,
Hey.
So, just Blackwing, give your thoughts on Izzy and Javi. What you feel about the new folks?
I like these characters. I really, genuinely, really like these characters, especially Izzy. I think, first of all, first female Green Ranger. I love green. Green's my favorite color, and I hope by the end of this season, Izzy becomes one of my top 10 Green Rangers. I hope, because usually, when seasons are this great, they tend to be, they tend to crash and burn around the end. But I'm trying to keep I'm trying to have a strong optimism for this season, especially when it gets to the end. But I love Izzy and Javier. Great character, really great character. He's very, level-headed, cool, calm, and everything. So, yeah, I like these new Rangers. They're great. And shout out to Izzy for ripping the skirt off, saying that all girl Rangers need to wear skirts. She proved everybody wrong.
Facts. I love the fact how they didn't linger too much on it. It was just quick. They was just like, you know what? I don't want a skirt, and that's it. They didn't spend 15 minutes, making a joke about it, other seasons. So yeah, I definitely appreciate that. But E, how you feel about these new folks?
Well, I'm digging Izzy's character already. That was just a great nod of how they just made her rip off the skirt. Like, I'm not digging skirts anyway. Like, I think that was just a great shutdown of, you kind of wish they would have thought of something that clever, and I guess I say earlier seasons, you don't want it to be a repetitive thing, but it was just really clever that nobody ever thought about doing this in the almost 30-year history of answering the question of why pink has skirts and yellow doesn't. Javi, my bad. I said Javier.
That is his name.
Oh, okay. So I was right. With him, I feel like we didn't get a chance to really get to know him like we did his sister. All we know is he has that, the I just want to play my music, Dad, and you don't support me trope. So hopefully, probably it seems like in a contrast, he's probably more, probably more calmer than his sister. I don't know. I feel like she'll be the super intense one, while he'll just be the silent. I just want to play my music, y'all, and I just need this money. I need this money. How am I gonna get it? So I don't know. I like them both. I just wish, hopefully, we get to know Javier a little bit more, because it mostly felt like we got to know Izzy more. So yeah.
That's funny you said that, because the next episode is a Izzy focus episode. So the next episode that's coming out is about Izzy wanting to win a race or some shit. So, yeah, more focus for Izzy, which I'm all here for, because that's a ride. You know what's up if you listening. You feel me?
Oh my god.
But yeah, one thing I do really appreciate is that how, if you've seen Real Soldier, Black and Green kind of got introduced at the same time. They came as together in one. It wasn't okay, we're in this, we see Izzy doing her thing, and we also see Hobby doing his thing, and they don't meet up to the end. Where in Real Soldier, uh, Green and Black is just always together. They're never apart. They never really have time to focus on each other's selves because they're always next to each other. And I'm kind of glad we're not getting that for Dino Fury because there's times where I'm watching Real Soldier and I'm like, damn, it would be nice if, y'all do just separate and do your own thing. But that's one thing I really appreciate that Dino Fury did different. But hey, 10, how you feel about these new characters?
If you've seen my Twitter, you already know how I feel about Javi and how much I will do anything for this man. But,
oh my God.
Hey, if you're allowed to simp for Izzy, I'm allowed to simp for Javi, so fuck off.
Man, listen. I'm not simping
right.
for someone. All right, never mind. Go ahead.
Shut up. But I already love the dynamics of the two. I feel like even though they're step siblings, they feel like natural siblings. I don't know, because like often in media and like TV and stuff, we often get that whole thing where like step siblings are at each other's they butt heads a lot, but like these two just feel like they naturally go well together, and it's a nice change of pace. It's just it's a nice change of pace. It was a nice thing to have to see. Javi is obviously the more relaxed one, and I enjoyed watching him be himself most of the time, and I'm excited to see what they do with the warden and him as like as a father-son thing. I'm excited to see what they do, but I'm glad that like even though Izzy is the stepchild in the family, or the stepchild for the warden, he still treats her mostly like a daughter. Because I know I've had problems with some stepdads who didn't quite, treat me as their child. But I'm glad to see that that's something that the warden's doing for Izzy. And speaking of Izzy, man, she impressed me. She impressed me a whole lot more than I was really expecting to. Like, I didn't go in expecting to dislike Izzy. Of course not. I went in knowing that she was going to be amazing. I just didn't know how amazing she was going to be. And I was so happy that there is not a single Ranger on this team that I dislike. Which is something, because there has been a Ranger ever since Samurai, really, that like when I watch a season, there's always been at least one or two Rangers, or God forbid the entire team, that I dislike entirely. And this is such a nice, Dino Fury is such a nice change of pace compared to what we've been getting for the last decade. It's such a nice thing to have. And I think this is a season we should start appreciating and hyping up. And Nickelodeon seems to be noticing that too. Just saying. I mean, you won't give it a good time slot, but like, 8:30 is not, no, 8:30 on a Saturday is not that bad, but like, give it a better, like a noon time slot, man. That'd be great.
I would say you also have to think about the different time zones as well.
Exactly.
It comes on at like 7:30 for me, and God knows what time it comes on for people who live on the West Coast.
I know, so I'm like, give it a better time zone for like for all places, just so we can hype up this Dino Fury season.
Yeah,
but I'm rambling at this point. In short, I absolutely adored the Garcia siblings, and I can't wait to see more of them.
Hey, well said. One thing I really do appreciate is like the introduction for Izzy's character, right? Because one thing Power Rangers really don't really care for, I don't want to say they don't care for it, but like they put lack of effort into is introduction to characters, right? A lot of times it's just a generic introduction for a lot of Rangers. But for me, my favorite introduction of all time was probably Riley from Dino Charge because like his introduction, like his first scene was kind of dope for like a ranger who gets their powers, and now I think it's Izzy's, bro, because like her first introduction, bro, actually felt like I don't know, it felt like they tried, like they actually like took the time, write out a good story, made everything made sense, and then it paid off when she actually became a ranger. And I thought that was fucking dope, especially with her what's her fucking stick called?
The javelin?
Yeah, javelin. Anyways, the javelin thing. So
I thought
when that paid off, like when Zato taught her how to throw it and she used that in battle, I thought that was a pretty good payoff. And then she actually used it as a weapon while she was morphed. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm here for that. So
the fight
like
scene. That fight
yeah,
scene was gorgeous, and I
shit
put this
like
on
that
Twitter.
I can appreciate.
That fight scene was gorgeous. I adored watching that.
You know why, right? Original footage, you feel me?
Absolutely.
But hey, speaking of original footage, bro, is it me or like all 4 episodes were like 90% original footage?
No, you were actually right.
Like, because the
only time I've seen Ryu Soldier footage is I think in episode 2 when they were fighting the giant Sporix.
That's what I'm saying. Like the Zor fights and the one fight scene where like the Red Ranger used like the stink bomb. That was a Ryu Soldier.
No,
but
they also used
but also when Emilia and Ollie both used Dino keys.
Oh yeah, that was
when they were fighting the giant. Oh my god, what is his name? Like Shockhorn.
Yeah, that was half and half because like the part where they're on the bridge was original footage, but the Sentai footage was when when Ollie jumped in the air and tried to like hit the guy. But in Ryu Soldier, they smacked him through like a fucking building. I wish they showed it in Dino Fury. That would have been hilarious. But yeah, in Ryu Soldier, you actually get smacked through a damn building.
Well, I thought they did.
No, he got smacked on the bridge on Dino Fury.
Oh.
He smacked him where Emilia was, yeah, but in fucking Ryu Soldier, he went like through the glass and everyone's like in the building staring at him like, bro, what the fuck are you? Like, I don't know. That shit was hilarious. But no, that's one thing I wish they kept and didn't. But it's fine. Like, they want to focus more on the original footage and focus more on like panning the camera close up to those keys for some reason. Which I feel like this season does more.
It's gonna be for toys. It's gonna be for toys.
They did more.
They're doing that an awful lot. They're doing that an awful lot for keys that look nothing like in the show.
That's what I'm
exactly,
saying, like,
using them real Soldier keys and not the keys that Hasbro put in now because they know those Hasbro keys look terrible.
I guess this is what you get though when like a toy company like Hasbro does Power Rangers. Hey, Austin, what's your thoughts on our new characters? Before we open up a can of new worms, you know.
Hold on, what topic are we on right now?
Javi and Izzy. What's your thoughts on
Javi? I mean, you already know how I feel about Tessa Rao and Izzy.
Hey,
like,
you better walk.
Let me go back. Well, going back to Tessa, as a fellow actor, I love the energy that she brings off both on and off set. Izzy, I love her. I love her sass.
On and off set.
I love her sass, and I love her sass, and I love her energy as well. I think. Well, let me use this transition to Javi. My favorite thing about those two might be the connection and support that they have for each other as siblings. And now on to Javi, which is sort of something Chelsea and I were talking about. There's one thing that I might find interesting about Javi, if this is true, there might be some bad connection between him and his father. And I'm hoping to see something more towards that.
Man,
more daddy issues?
Man.
Yeah, Javi definitely seems like someone I would want to get to know and be around. And if I was his little brother, he seems like someone I would look up to as well. He seems really cool, and I love him. And I definitely want to see more of his musical talents, especially with that harmonica. You don't see many people playing harmonica nowadays.
He said he was an amateur, but decent at the harmonica. So
hey, that's good enough for me to enjoy it.
Harmonica,
he was talking
the
about in real
greatest
life, I
weapon of
think.
all time.
What is that infernal ruckus?
I would say
really,
this though. I'm cool with like them doing this and music thing. Like, as long as this don't become like a musical where like he just busts out singing randomly and shit. Like, I'm fine with him trying different instruments, making that his story. That's fine.
I mean, like,
I definitely get that. But I
please, I don't want.
But props for him for trying to get a guitar. Like, you don't really see that instrument a lot.
Yeah, but listen, back to Javi. Honestly, I'm like I said, I'm looking forward the most to seeing what they do with that connection towards his dad, because he definitely seems like he has a softer spot for the stepdaughter than he does for his biological son, and that seems like something you'd want to figure out or dig into.
Bro, let me back up on you on that. Dude was like, he didn't even care about. I mean, he has to care somewhat that his son like ran away with the orb, but he didn't even mention until last second that it was his son. And he was like, instead of going after his son, he's like, "Sorry guys, I gotta go back to work." Nigga, go get your son.
And listen,
you're a fucking park ranger. What else you have better to do?
Listen, and the way he said it too, he's like, my son went off with the orb. Like, goddamn, like. Really?
Hey, it's vice versa.
That's how you feel about him?
Everything.
Hey, it's vice versa though. That nigga didn't care when his dad was on the ground either. He looked at his dad.
Not.
Didn't mention that, right?
He took his dad's car and dipped.
He was like, "Yo, that's my dad."
Anyone got a question why a park ranger is gonna fight? Is gonna tell him a bunch of monsters? Someone explain to me that.
I don't know.
Not this version, he's not.
This episode.
I know he's supposed to be originally he's supposed to be a cop, but still though.
He doing the most.
I would
be
trust
really
Vulcan
brave or really
to fight them
stupid.
off more than I would him.
Oh! I just thought of something. I'm pretty sure the reason why he went there, even though we said all that stuff about him and his son, I'm pretty sure the reason why he even went there was because Javi was there.
Well, how would he know that? Javi would have.
He heard there was a monster there. He knew Javi was doing something. So
did he?
He had to.
He didn't.
All right, let's be honest though.
Yeah, that's the only explanation you can think.
In a world full of aliens, monsters, and Power Rangers, are cops really useful? Do we need cops anymore?
Listen.
Are cops useful in real life?
Listen, without hitting it off. Listen.
We're not opening that can of worms here now.
No, they're not. I'm just gonna say it right now. No, they're not.
We're not getting into this. We're not getting into this right now. Without hitting a little too.
Hey, hold on. Fuck it. That's the
home.
reason. Hey, listen. I'll say this though. That's the reason why there's not cops. Simon Bennett himself.
You know what?
Said
You're right.
The only reason he didn't put cops in the show because Black Lives Matter. So, hey, I'm with it.
Wait, after this discussion about Izzy and Javi, I want to present a question.
All right, go for it.
Wait, hold on. Let's finish this.
I want everyone's turn to go.
Wait, let Austin finish. I heard him trying to speak his words.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna let Austin go, and then we're gonna go down the line. Go ahead, Austin.
I said my piece. Honestly, the last thing I just mentioned was wanted to see that relationship between Javi and his dad. Well, honestly, the relationship between all three of them, because that definitely seems like a dynamic I want to learn more about.
Hey,
especially if there are problems. Especially if they got problems.
All right, Chelsea, what's your thoughts on these new characters?
Well,
your brief thoughts.
On expanding, like Austin said, they didn't even interact, Javi and Mr. Garcia. Like, they did not have an actual scene together. But you could already tell that was the whole point. Like, they have issues because he was like, take the orb and run. And his dad was like, man, he took my car. That's all you cared about was the car and not the boy.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was like, wait, hold on.
And then I liked, the energy that they both brought. They had the best quips, and then, oh my god, Javi, the way he smashed that orb, he was like, I'm kind of clumsy. Bam. Just like that. Like, shoot. Because, you thought that, they said he was going to be the quiet, more shy type, but at the same time, he was the one that threw himself into that whole situation. Every single time he grabbed the orb in the first place. He ran off with it. Then he dragged his sister into the whole thing and was like, come on, we gotta get the orb. And then he smashed it and gave them powers, basically. And then my favorite line had to be, are you? Am I? Are we?
Yeah, that was a cute moment. I really liked that.
Their whole relationship is amazing. Like, you can feel it already, how much they support each other. Right. Probably because, I mean, Izzy had already touched on how their dad doesn't support his whole musical journey, so she's his biggest supporter. And then he was like, nice throw. Even in the middle of all that chaos, he was like propping his sister up.
Honestly, probably the reason why he even said it like that was like so keen on saying that is because their dad's probably someone that's like, good throw, but you can do better.
I mean, yeah, that's what he was like. I'm, when she said, how are you? And he said, that depends. How was practice? And she was like, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. Damn, I forgot about that.
There. But they're so snarky, and I love it.
I love how he
Power Rangers.
Huh?
So I love how he actually had an injury, though. Like, that's not something you will see. Like, for example, bro, if a monster blasts someone, they get up like a supermodel and just be fine. But, like, my boy was bandaged up. I'm like, oh, shit, that actually hurt it.
He literally got
off fragile.
For somebody who wasn't a sports dude either, he had a pretty nice throw when he broke that orb. Take that, Dad.
Oh, he probably wanted to get him into sports too.
Them in the Zord. She had that nice quip about can she play music?
Play music.
Oh,
yeah.
She wanted to see if they had a nice stereo. It just
hit right, nice stereo. That was
that's like a callback to like Mighty Morphin, like, hey, nice stereo.
Exactly.
Really?
But it was a millennial point. Like, because the first thing Amelia said when she got on the Zord was, Ollie, we have to take a selfie. And now it's
where the Bluetooth at?
Like, these are such nice touches to connect everyone to it, too. You're like, it's probably one of the stupid things I would have said. Can I fight crime but listen to my beats?
I would have been worried about gas prices.
Gas prices? Is this fuel safe?
Is this a hybrid or does it say gasoline?
Damn, is that a joke I missed from this episode?
No, we were just...
Nah.
Yeah, we were just fucking around.
I hate y'all. So, Chris, what's your thoughts on it?
Bro, I just remembered something. Y'all was coming at Ollie for the shit he told Zato. I'm not even going to cap. Ollie, after the first time Zato said it, Ollie was like, yo, don't ever say that shit again. That shit came out so wrong. And then what does Zato do? He says that shit again at the interview.
That was
so y'all can't even get mad at Ollie. Y'all can't even get mad at Ollie.
So funny.
Well, he said don't tell Amelia. I didn't even realize the first time that he said, or that Ollie said, don't tell.
No, but he was
don't tell my girlfriend I said something so uncool.
Right. And then I was like, so we outed Ollie. I thought it was funny.
I would have cut that up, that it was like, oh, that's not something I should say. Zato, what does he say? Coolio, whatever the fuck he said. I'm like, oh my god.
Coolio.
Oh my god.
Put it on a shirt.
Well, then he like,
we need to make a shirt. I'll make the shirt.
I'm gonna hit a Carson corner to see if he can make a shirt like that.
I'll
make the shirt. Serving Ollie up when he said, "Oh, Ollie taught me that." Like, I thought he was just serving him up. I didn't realize Ollie actually taught him that until the second time. And I was like, "Oh, Ollie."
I had to rewatch that clip again. I was like, "Did I hear that right?" And I
listen. In all honesty, that's probably why Ollie didn't say anything for the rest of the episode. He knew the first thing he said that came out of his mouth was stupid as shit, and he's like, you know what? I'm done for the episode. Let me shut up.
Oh, he did say
Ollie was pretty silent.
No, the only other thing I heard him say was like when the new general pulled up, he was like, you know what happens when we fight for too long? I don't know if it was him or the monster of the week. He was like, you know what happens when we fight for too long? We grow, and Ollie's like, no, you shrink. Right?
No, that was Javi.
No, that was Javi. Javi said that.
That was Javi?
Well, it's not like he was
damn, that nigga Ollie was quiet as hell then.
No, Ollie only said, yo, Pink, and that's it.
Yeah, that was it.
He spoke at the end of the episode, too, but it was like saying, he was like foreshadowing, saying, like, I wonder what else is out there. There's a lot more to see since those two keys survived.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, other than that,
at least the only other thing that he said in the episode was actually something meaningful.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, but Pink.
Yeah. But yeah, speaking about Pink, Amelia did her thing this episode. She was just helping out Zato try to get that job. She was just nothing too crazy. Ollie already talked about that. Javi, y'all pretty much said everything about Javi, and I like how you would look at him, you think he would be like the rebellious type, but nah, he's just like, nah, my dad is just a dickhead. You know what I mean? Like, I don't listen to him. I'm already the shy type, but when it comes to my dad, I'm not listening to that man. You know what I mean? Like, and I like that.
That boy's soft.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And,
Guys,
and I like.
Continue.
You said what?
I'll continue.
But like Izzy, bro. When I first saw Izzy's already throwing mad shade at Zato, bro. She's already throwing mad shade. She's like, yo, this dude is weird, right? He's like, nah, I don't do interviews for weirdos talking about dragons and knights, right? And then I remember, oh, she's in high school, and I'm like, yo, there's no way you're being mad disrespectful to a random stranger, you know what I'm saying? But it was funny at the same time. But it was like, alright, she's in high school. It's understandable, you know what I'm saying? And then
high school.
Yeah, she don't even look like she in high school. I'm like, the fuck? I thought she was gonna be like in college or some shit.
Yeah, I was like a teen.
I must have skipped that line, bro. I didn't hear them say she was in high school.
What about what? Yeah, I'm about to put on the timeline. What is this about y'all all simping about a high schooler? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
hold on.
She could be 18. That's all I'm saying.
That's why I said earlier this morning I'm not sleeping for her anymore.
Yeah, I don't know about this Izzy chick. I'm talking about
Nah,
Tessa.
nigga, you
Strictly, nigga.
Tessa, nigga.
Yeah. You know the vibe.
High school is still like.
Chris
She gotta be
everyone on the spot right now.
But hey, Frank,
still too young.
Literally, I was 18 in high school, and not that long ago.
But I'm saying, like, that's still, like, if they're still in high school while 18, once they're in college while 18, it's a totally different thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough.
That's still too young for me.
Well, now it's too young for you, but if you were, like, 19.
Hey, the actor like 24.
Which I am, so.
The actor like 24 though. That's what I'm worried about.
I don't think she's that much younger than me. I think we're about like just a few months apart.
Relax, Austin. Relax. Relax.
He's like, you're not getting it.
I don't know why you talking, Jen. You already got put on the spot. You are a high schooler simp account. Come on. Come on.
Bro, I don't know what
was
Izzy is.
I remember you saying something about like Saturday being Izzy Day.
So anyways, yo, Frankie, you wanna
finish,
bro?
Let me finish my thought.
Right? Thought is out the window.
Nah, chill. But right, other than that, the episode was great. The best fighting we had all season so far.
Fact.
And I love already the duo of the Garcia siblings. And
Fact.
like, yeah, everything was. I mean, until y'all pointed out how stupid the Zato situation is in the beginning, because I didn't even realize. I'm thinking now, like, yeah, what the fuck? What is he even getting a job for? I don't know. I think that's just the Neil Saban mentality whipped into my.
Hey, listen about that. Listen, I forgot. Listen, my mic was messing up earlier, so I was trying to say this, but I didn't realize I was muted. I'm starting to think the reason why he was even trying to get a job wasn't because he wanted to get a job. I think it was because Amelia wanted him to get a job so he could start understanding, like, modern society more.
Yeah, that's understandable.
A reporter, though, is your first job.
I mean, like, he didn't do a bad job with interviewing, Izzy. Like,
why did he know those questions?
Why? Why does he know? Why does he know how does he know what a million and a billion is? He came out the whole shuttle talking about, I've been gone for that many years. How do you even know what that number is? Nigga, that number wasn't even created when you were.
You even confuse a javelin for a spear.
He's not a child. He had to have known something before he got frozen up in there.
He
was at least 30 when he.
Yeah, but other than that, in the J-Borg was the only thing that bothered me, but at least that was at the end. So other than that, this was a solid episode. You know what I'm saying?
Now, Frankie, it's your turn to ask your question and speak your piece on this.
All right, you want me to ask the question? Okay. So my question. No, it's not really. It's just like a brain, like exercise. My question is, from what we have seen so far with Izzy and Javi, how does their relationship work better compared to Nate and Steele from the last season?
They're better siblings. Period.
It's natural, organic.
Organic is literally the correct.
As
organic as a robot can be. I'm talking about Steel, of course.
One of them wasn't born the exact same day they became brothers or siblings.
Besides the fact that they're not both physically, well, one of them is human, but like the other isn't, like relationship-wise, how does that work?
They already have a better chemistry.
Plus, they both share the spotlight equally.
Yeah. Nate was literally the whole...
There's not a need to teach the other one something basic about life. They're both able-bodied people.
And they organically, like, look out for each other. Like, they don't, like, have to verbalize that, like, you know, like, I'll take care of you, bro. I'll take care of you, sis. Like, they actually, like, show each other through action. And through,
It's
like,
protecting
each
like
other on the
Hunter and
battlefield.
Blake Ninja Storm, right?
Yeah.
They both have fans that simp for them.
I don't think anybody has...
What about Ninja Storm?
Oh, no,
right.
I said it's kind of like Blake and Hunter. A little bit.
Okay, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was my question. Thank you for answering.
It's a good one.
What's your thoughts on the episode, though? Like, on the two new characters?
Javi and Izzy, ooh, I mean, you already said, but like, I love them. I love them so much. Like, the way that they were introduced, you know, like, they weren't introduced together, which is like, you know, something I was wondering if they would do or not, because if that was the case, like, it wouldn't necessarily be a problem, but I really did appreciate the fact that they got, like, their own scenes, you know, like, we got, like, a good sense of what Javi's personality was just from, you know, him waiting outside of the door with his harmonica, and then we got a great sense of who Izzy is with her being on her field, like, you know, learning sports and stuff like that, you know, so, like, it really did set a good foundation to learn about their characters, and then, like, when it came to, like, the introduction of them becoming Rangers, like, it was very natural, you know? Like, they had natural reactions to it. They just picked up the mantle so willingly and did it flawlessly. And I love that, you know? Like, they really did show up and beat those monsters' asses. Like, for real, especially Javi, because, like, he really popped off. Like, you would think, like, oh, he's a musician, like, how does he know how to fight? But then again, he came over here with double swords, kicking ass, and not even looking back. And then, don't even get me started on Izzy. Because, like, that whole tree shit, like, she was not playing around. I love to see it.
That was also one of my favorite lines from the episode, too. You love to see it.
Love to see it. Another thing too was it was so natural, you know, like at first everybody was like, they cannot become Rangers in the same episode that we meet them. That would be too quickly. But the pacing of the episode was so good that when they morphed, it felt natural and it didn't even matter that we had just met them because we had enough time to get to know them and then we had enough time to see them be Rangers.
For sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Yo, Miggy. Now, I know you're going to have some shit to say. So, well, actually, I think you like this one, right?
I did. Like,
okay.
For the past, like, 3 episodes, like, I've been on the fence about, like, you know, whether or not I'm a like Dino Thunder. And, like, this might have, like,
this nigga
set it in stone for me. Oh, shit. I mean...
Yeah, at least
shut up. It's like fucking Chris saying how, like, fucking Saber is top 5.
Not, nigga. We're not doing that.
Saber is in, like, my top 5 favorite Kamen Rider.
Shut up.
No, but, Dino Fury, like, this episode solidified it for me. You know, I'm like, the way that, like, Izzy and Javi interact and just, like, the whole, like, introduction and, you know, like, up until now, it's only been the 3 of them. It's nice that, like, in their introduction episode, Javi and Izzy actually get to, their own spotlight. And I hope that the balance continues because, like, it's nice that every character gets their little highlight. But yeah, no, Tessa's been like really chill, like off screen, and so like I guess that helps contribute to like what I like about Izzy. But then actually seeing her act is like, wow, like she really brought this fucking dope ass energy, and it shows. And same with Javi, and like I love how they build off of each other. So yeah.
For sure. I'm shocked you actually liked it, if I'm being honest with you.
No, I mean, it took me a while. But, like, after, once I took it for what it was and, like,
right,
could really appreciate it, then, yeah, it's cool.
Okay. I will say this, though, like, the more I think about it, right, I'm not even going to be too hard on it, just because the fact that one thing I do notice, though, like, even though we have, like, fucking cringy ass scenes when it comes to, like, the comedic characters and shit, I can kind of, like, accept it for the most part, just because based off the fact that, like, for example, episode 3, even though episode 3 was probably the worst comedy they threw in there, they still managed to give us, like, one of the best dialogues we had in, like, the past decade between fucking,
Zato and his mom?
Nah, Ollie and Amelia, bro. That exchange, bro, was so fire, nice. Bro. Yeah, it made me almost forget about the bullshit episode threaders. I even liked the exchange between Amelia and Zato, bro. Like, beginning of the episode.
Sure. Like, that was good.
Good shit. Yeah, and I'm like, bro, even though we had some terrible shit that episode, bro, we still had one of the best scenes, bro, in the past, like, decade, my nigga. And I'm like, you know what? Shit like that really helps me accept the bullshit they throw at me. And, like, even episode 4, bro, like, I really like the whole second half, I would say. Like, soon as, like, I say Javi and Izzy, like, met up in the forest, bro, and they morphed, bro, the dialogue was on point. The action was on point. Like, all that shit looked at fire, bro. And I'm like, you know what? Yes, we had some cringiness, which you would get with Power Rangers, right? But for the most part, I can sit here and say, you know what? I would give it a pass because, like, I can see the improvement. And that's really all I ask for is improvement, right? One thing.
All I'm asking for is they burn J-Borg's wig.
Oh,
shit. I don't know if y'all peeped it. But Izzy, the moment Izzy saw J-Borg, she was even throwing shit at J-Borg. She's like, what am I looking at?
You know bro, you not sure Hartford made this shit, bro? Mac was not like this.
I'm telling you, he's cheating on the robotics.
It's a malfunction, bro.
This might be the cheaper model.
When you start mass producing shit, that's like a fucking.
Hey, listen, if it's not your own family that you're making, you don't need to put that much money into it.
Ooh. Exactly.
But yeah, I'm gonna have Deca and Awesome, y'all two give y'all final thoughts on this, and then we'll close it out with the outro.
I can I get my opinion first?
Yeah, go for it.
I think this episode was pretty good. I liked how it set up the Green and Black Rangers. I think Izzy and Javier are pretty good characters, and I'm interested to see the dynamics between Javier and his father. Maybe there'll be like a moment where his father slowly accepts like that he wants to do music and stuff, but no, we'll just have to wait and see. Let's see, what else was I gonna say? I also like how enthusiastic Izzy was throughout the episode. She really seemed like enthusiastic, energetic, and seemed like she really enjoyed doing this stuff. Another thing I really liked was when they like swapped weapons and Javier was like using two swords. Like that's straight out of Gokaiger. Yeah, and I also think that the jokes land throughout this one. J-Borg was not as intrusive as like other episodes, and she was not as irritating to watch. And yeah, she was.
Hey, real quick, bro, your mic sound like you in a fist fight. Like mad movement.
Right.
Making sure you good over there. You're not drowning or anything, right? Right.
Yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. Overall, solid episode. And also the fact that we got introduced to 2 more Rangers also makes me really excited to see the 6th Ranger show up.
Go, yup.
That's crazy. I really forgot about this nigga for a second, bro. We about to get another Ranger, bro.
I know. Like, we need more. Like,
4 more episodes.
More to add.
I felt like these was our new Rangers. Holy shit. And like 4 episodes too, right? We normally get them like what, episode 8?
Episode 8
yeah.
Before that.
Bro, we about to get a new intro.
No, the preview clip is like, what's this thing? Finds it in the water.
Yo, speaking of preview clips, bro, them niggas been spoiling the fuck out of these episodes, bro.
Oh, Nickelodeon, I get it.
and then they had the audacity to talk about, yo, Dino Fury deserves so much love. Why the fuck you playing it at like 7 in the morning? What the fuck?
Yo, Nickelodeon.
It deserves so much love, which it does. Why don't you show it more love?
Yeah, let's already afternoon, like 11 a.m.
That's not showing it enough love. Are they going to talk about Dino Fury needs some more love? Bitch, do something about it then.
They don't show Power Rangers that much love, let alone Dino Fury.
Nah, if you go back to that
Nickelodeon
tweet,
is like
them quote tweets eating them the fuck up.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon is like a university whenever there's like a majorly racist activity that happens, and all the university says is, we acknowledge the thing that just happened. We take things very seriously at this university. Disrespect is not allowed, and they don't do a damn thing.
I hear you. I feel you. On some type of bullshit.
Bro, but them preview clips, bro, we gotta fix that. Absolutely.
And then I just started thinking to myself, man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
They really dropped the is it me or they dropped like the whole fucking fight scene and the first morph?
Wait, guys.
Last night.
Maybe Nickelodeon wanted Power Rangers, right? Like more.
They wanted to buy Power Rangers.
Yeah, but maybe they lost.
Hell nah. Get that shit away from them. I'm glad it's the last season on, Nick, bro, because this reboot can't come any sooner, bro. Because I do realize, bro, even when the show is really good, we still gonna have that bullshit in it. Just like Marcus was saying, bro, that Nickelodeon slime, bro. That shit gonna always be in that shit as long as it's on Nick, bro.
That's if Nick keeps it. If Nick doesn't, it could be better.
I'll just say just reboot it, bro. Like, because even if it's good, like, even if y'all keep Simon and it's good, we got good writing, we're still going to have, like, you know what I mean? Like, the standards they set. Like, during the interview, Simon was saying, like, Saban was the reason we had, comedic characters. And the reason we had, like, certain things. And I was like, I'm seeing it in this
basic morals every episode and stuff.
And I'm like, yo, you're keeping it, though. Like, so what was the point of saying, oh, yeah, we got rid of comedic characters? It's the same comedy characters. You know what I'm saying? It's doing the same shit. You know what I mean? It's still 2 people doing it. So that's a comedic duo. Like, we never got rid of it. So that part kind of putting a bad taste in my mouth. So I'm like, bro, that's literally the only thing that's, like, cringy as fuck for this episode. Like, if we, like, I swear, if we got rid of that episode 3 and 4, bro, these would be 10s, bro. Like, these episodes would be 10s.
Imagine, like, someone, like, grabs that episode, like today's episode, and just edits only the J-Borg parts out, and then they just upload it.
Bro, I will.
That's how I watched it. Like, that's
I'll pay some good money for that. No bullshit.
No, funny, bro. I would download them shits, burn it on the DVD, bro.
I'm gonna post them. Like, I could do that. Just like episode, but minus J-Borg. That's it.
I mean, is that why she was hiring new interviewers? Because she had to send J-Borg out there to do stuff?
I don't even know. Like, I forgot the reason why J-Borg is even a character in the show. Like, it's because, damn, I forgot her name, Jane. Like, she wanted
She's getting the new heir to the throne. No, she's supposed to be the heir to the throne, basically. The person who will take over after Jane.
What was the budget for J-Borg? First of all, I couldn't
Red
even get
flag. I feel like she need to get her money toward out of J-Borg, unless it's gonna be a wasted.
Red flag.
It's a waste.
All these poor
buyer's remorse. You don't want to have buyer's remorse.
All these poor teens working on videos, and then Jane. Jane spending it on Jayborg. That's, oh my god, that's sad.
But yeah, rich.
Overall thoughts.
I just want to mention that part Zato said. Wait, what'd you say, Charles?
Mr. Awesome didn't go yet, did he? Did you have your turn?
And no, I don't think so.
Have your turn.
I was about to say, go ahead, Austin.
Have your turn.
Have your turn, nigga.
Okay. All right, overall, this was a pretty good episode. We got introduced to 2 new Rangers. They didn't take the spotlight from each other, and in fact, they shared it equally. They showed a very good dynamic and set up some interesting stuff we'll see in future episodes, hopefully. And overall, that's it. That's pretty much my thought process.
Thank you, Awesome, for not spending, 10 minutes on what you thought of these 2 characters. But closing it out, I would say for the most part, I just came to a conclusion that these episodes is never going to be perfect, right? They're going to be good. They're going to have bullshit in it. And I'm just going to have to accept it for what it was, like it for what it is, and know that we're getting better in the future. And with that in mind, bro, solid.
I'm surprised you weren't doing that already.
9 out of 10. Bro, listen, like Marcus was saying, bro, these first 2 episodes had me like, hold on. Hold on,
yeah,
bro.
Them first 2 episodes.
That's fair.
Hold on, man. I was like, okay, we got some shit. But, I mean, don't get me wrong, we still do got some shit. This is fire. But certain, I'm not going to beat them too much, but certain, characters take me out of this. But for the most part, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Izzy, what's up, what I'm saying, shorty. But
What you mean, shorty?
Yeah, I know.
You talking like she's listening.
Hey, bro. Hey, listen. I'm telling you, if you watching this,
you know who's listening? The feds.
Yo, Tessa, make it Twitter. No, but all jokes aside, though, I'm rocking with the 2 cats, bro. I'm rocking with them. They really fit well with these characters. I do love the narrative, how they say, like, anyone can be Power Rangers. But if you look at the cast, we have fucking a really talented, skilled warrior knight, the most athletic person in the city. We got one of the most talented musicians. We have someone who's really smart and does science. And we have like a reporter. And I'm like, you sure anyone can be a ranger? But for the most part, though.
Hey, we still got the 6.
Yeah, 6 Rangers gonna be the one normal nigga.
Watch 6 to be like, like a deep sea diver.
Bro, this dude about to be a black surfer.
His character is not if his character is older than Izzy, I swear, because he's younger than her.
He is the youngest one, right? He's like what, 19?
Yeah, so he needs to be in high school too.
Nah, I'm good.
I hope he explains. Lord,
watch him make his shit mad tragic, like he's living on the streets or some shit.
Yo, the one time we get a black 6 Ranger.
Man, I was just thinking about that.
I don't think Power Rangers have the balls to do that yet.
Man,
I was just thinking about that too. That's also what I was thinking about earlier.
And then Jayborg.
I was thinking he was either.
I need an episode with him selling drugs to Jayborg. Oh my god.
Yo,
the episode where Jayborg gets destroyed or becomes evil, it's happening. I swear. I know it's gonna happen.
That would explain the malfunctions Jayborg be having. All them drugs.
Nah, no funny shit, bro. He gonna show up with a do-rag in his mixtape. He's gonna be promoting that shit. They gonna recruit this nigga.
See, this is gonna be a whole other
Zato's gonna be like, he's like, damn, he's cool.
No.
He's coolio.
Oh shit.
Coolio. Again, put it on the shirt.
Yo, but we gotta mention that shit Zato said. That shit had me rolling. He was like, cause like, fucking the siblings were like, does that mean we get Zords? Zato looked at them and like, yo, what is your obsession with these Zords? He was like, I mean, that they had
giant mechanical fighting robots apparently
that was funny.
That big of a deal to him.
They're giant fucking robots. Who wouldn't be?
I love.
I don't know, cause he's fighting dragons.
I love how even. I love how even Amelia was getting amused by the fact that they were probably getting Zords. Like, Izzy was like, okay, so do we get Zords too? Amelia's like, they better get some Zord, homie. They better get those Zords.
Because like Power Rangers has been a thing. Like I actually do. Okay, I'm gonna like be quick because I want to like wrap this up for y'all.
Yeah, but
like,
we gotta wrap this up. We holding this dude Marcus hostage.
Yeah, just one last. I really do appreciate the fact that like they acknowledge the fact that they have, you know, experienced Power Rangers in the past. You know, like when Amelia, Ollie, like when they were younger, like they probably saw Power Rangers like on the news, like, you know, being praised, and they were like, oh my god, like those Zords are so cool, you know, like so the fact that they're acknowledging like, oh my god, are we gonna get Zords? That's really cool, you know, like it's realistic if Power Rangers did exist. And,
I was gonna say like Zato's been asleep for 65 million years, and the only Zords he knew were his own, whereas they've experienced like 20-something years of Zords in their world.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
We got giant car, giant frickin' animals. Who else was there?
Mystic Titans with spaceships coming down. Astro mega ships.
Spirits, animal spirits.
Right,
A bell turning to a dolphin, a ferris turning to a lion, and
an airplane turning into a falcon.
and Doom Buggy and friggin' monster trucks.
I walk away from 5 seconds. Y'all talking about some. What the fuck are y'all talking about?
I don't know.
They're just talking about like different kinds of Zords in the main universe.
I'm lost. All right, closing out thoughts though. Marcus, you want to get your closing out thoughts?
Yeah, closing out thoughts. Definitely wish that the episode kind of kept Zato more on the path he was going on in the first two. I felt like the writers decided to take him in his goofy kind of direction, which means tonight I gotta go in on Russell, but hey.
Oof.
Sacrifices gotta be made. And then, but besides that though, I did enjoy Izzy and Javi. Was it Javi?
Yeah, Javi.
Yeah, Javier.
Yeah, Javi and Izzy. I think that they're really cool. I can't wait for their relationship dynamic to be explored more.
Mm-hmm. I'm really interested in how these new characters would like fit in with these I don't want to say old characters because they're still kind of new, but they're different. I want to see how they come together and like fit in.
Yeah.
That's what I'm really interested in moving forward, the dynamic between these characters. I will say this though, you just gotta accept it for what it is at this point, bro. I'm just glad it's not as bad as Ninja still at this point.
And honestly, considering what it is, it's what we had. What it is pretty damn great.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just here for the ride, man. I can't even like bash it too much, hype it too much. I'm just there.
I think it's better than Beast Morpher. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Someone said
yeah, so
I think we all agree
say,
to that. One glass, someone said it.
That's not new. We've all been saying that though.
Yeah,
but no, that's funny though. That's funny how Marcus said like when he mentions the first two episodes, because as I'm looking at it, the people who wrote the first two episodes is different from the ones who did 3 and 4.
Oh Lord!
Oh yeah, that's something I forgot to mention too.
Yo, 1 and 2 was done by the same people, and then 3 and 4 was done by the same people.
Get them niggas back.
What episode was it where Zato was like, I'm cracking open something?
That makes fucking sense.
That was episode 3.
That was episode 3? He was still pretty fire in episode 3.
Yo, whoever the fuck last episode. Whoever.
That makes sense.
Hey, can I say something?
What's up?
Something I forgot to mention about the line Zato was saying. I think that might tie into him trying to like fit in with others by using slang that they may or may not use.
He still had a pretty funny line in this episode. I don't remember what it is, but I was like cracking up.
What's up with
Was it the dragon thing?
No, well that was funny, but it was something else.
Yeah, but
was it the dragon?
The
no,
dragon.
It was
I ain't like the dragon line.
Listen. Whoever wrote episode 3 though and added that J-Borg shit, get them the fuck out of here.
They did this episode, my nigga. They did 3
this
and 4.
episode.
They did back to back.
Give them the boot.
doing the comedy well.
Yeah, we got Mucus doing all the heavy lifting.
But
like Ollie and Amelia were the first comedy we saw.
I mean, yeah, I'll give them that because that was the only good comedy that we had so far. Is Amelia and Ollie and Mucus. Those are the only comedies that have been working. Even the General. You know?
I'm telling you, Amelia and Ollie, the only two that haven't changed up yet.
Hold on. They were not the only funny things. The only thing that, if anything, the only thing that wasn't funny was just Jane and J-Borg. And even then, it could still be seen as funny. Hold up. Zato's objective.
Zato tripping this episode. He tripping.
Yeah, if you like seeing people like act that ridiculous out of place sometimes, yeah. But if you always want to see some like quirky dialogue or something, then yeah, Zato's not for you. But seeing him act that stupid and like gullible, I found it amusing.
Hey, listen, we don't need that. I'm going off of Chris on this one. We don't need that Sentai humor in Power Rangers, bro. Keep it.
We don't.
Keep it over there.
We don't. That shit don't work here, bro. It's great and amazing. It's great and amazing, but when these writers over here try that shit for an American audience, it don't hit the same. It just feels off-putting as fuck.
That Team Rocket shit is not for me, bro. Keep it.
Don't let them Sentai fans hear you say that, because you
know.
No,
but
I
know.
Listen,
we're Sentai fans.
I know. Listen. Let me finish my joke. Damn. I was trying to say, because certain Sentai fans are gonna be like, if it's not the same as before, then it's officially bad. It's ruined. My TV show was ruined.
That's true.
I know.
You know how Sentai purists are.
Yeah, cause you know I do love my Sentai. I'm Sentai supremacy. You know what I'm saying? This is y'all should be praising the Lord that I'm like in a Power Rangers season for once. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, I love y'all niggas.
For what?
I love y'all niggas.
This decade. Y'all
talking about Tokusatsu.
Boy, take us home before I whoop Chris's ass.
I love y'all niggas.
All right, sign us off, Jay.
Sign us off.
Once again, it's your boy Jen Sako. I'm here with Marcus Digital.
Yo.
Where can they find you, man?
Oh, yeah. Check me out. I got a YouTube channel, Marcus Digital, where I talk about comic books, a little bit of anime, and also, y'all know, a whole bunch of Power Rangers stuff that people love to make fun of and laugh at. So check me out there. I do live streams every Saturday normally on my Instagram, and then occasionally I might, make a joke or two on Twitter, and that's it.
A joke or two, right?
Yeah, joke and chill, I follow a whole bunch of adult accounts I shouldn't be following. So we do what we do.
Actual good jokes, though, not the Nickelodeon shit. Fucking kids.
Yeah. Fuck that. No. Gotta avoid that. Close.
With that laugh track they've been using for the past 15 years.
Oh my god, the laugh track. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, most of the people are already dead.
You know what? I'm glad we don't got that in Power Rangers. We one step close from having it, so I'm glad we ain't even there yet. No laughter.
Dead ass.
All right, keep it going, Jay.
All right, Austin.
Good to be back after being out for a few episodes, but for those that are listening, y'all can follow me on Twitter, AustinJones6. Y'all can find me on Instagram, OmniRanger, and if you want to, you can probably catch me on my dry ass channel, One Man Sentai. Haven't uploaded anything in a while, but you can enjoy what's there.
We got Chelsea.
It's Morphin Slime. But as you know, you ooze, you lose.
Ah, shit.
Okay, she went. No one can top that. No one can top that.
Out of here.
You mad?
Yo, she turned
Coolio.
She turned DJ.
Coolio.
All right, we got Chris.
Yo, it's been your boy Chris. You know who it is. You can find me on Twitter at Chris26Dues. That's Chris with 2 S's, 26 DUES.
Gangster. We got my boy Niggy.
What's up? Thank you guys for tuning in. You can catch me on Twitter and Instagram, Making Out Moxie. Yeah, stay smooth, Ranger Nation.
And Decker.
You can find me on Twitter at BackupBlazing, and you can find me on Instagram at DeckaBlazeDude. There you can check out my art, and you can find me on YouTube at DeckaBlaze. There you'll find my AMVs and speed draws of my art.
My boy got some dope ass art. Definitely check it out. Pay my man. We got Frankie. What's good?
All right. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. If you want to see more of me, you could find me on my Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube with my name, Frankie Walking.
And we got Mr. Awesome.
All right, it's been fun. Y'all can find me on Twitter at _Mr. Awesome _. Don't forget to like and sub. And remember, you gotta stay cool, coolio. I'm out.
And once again, it's your boy Jinsaku. You can find me at Jinsaku, obviously, with 2 U's, because someone took my fucking name. But it's alright, though. Jinsaku out. Alright, y'all.